HOA Karen called his Mustang junk, but the truth shocked everyone. Before we dive into today's unbelievable story, imagine spending 15 years of your life restoring something precious, only for someone to call it trash. That's exactly what happened to a retired Black Navy veteran when HOA Karen tried to ban his beloved 1967 Mustang, a car he built in memory of his late son. But what Karen didn't know was about to backfire in the most humiliating way possible. Stick around till the end, and if you enjoy stories where karma hits hard, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload. James Carter, a 65-year-old retired Navy veteran, had lived in a quiet suburban neighborhood for nearly 20 years. After losing his son, Michael, in a tragic accident, James poured his heart and soul into restoring a 1967 Mustang Fastback, his son's dream car. Every weekend, you could find James in his driveway, polishing the chrome, tuning the engine, and sharing stories about Michael with curious neighbors. Most people loved the car and respected James. But not HOA Karen. Karen, the newly elected HOA president, had a reputation for nitpicking every little thing in the neighborhood. Overgrown grass? Fine. A garden gnome on your porch? Fine. And when she saw James's old Mustang parked proudly in his driveway, she decided she had found her next target. One sunny afternoon, James was wiping down his Mustang when Karen stormed up the driveway, clipboard in hand. "Mr. Carter," she snapped, "this old car is an eyesore. It lowers the property value of the entire neighborhood." James calmly replied, "Ma'am, this isn't just a car. It's a memorial to my son. I've been restoring it for 15 years. But Karen didn't care. She slapped a formal HOA violation notice on his mailbox and gave him 7 days to remove the junk vehicle. James thought it was a misunderstanding until a few days later he received a letter threatening $100 a day fines and even legal action if he didn't comply. That's when James knew this wasn't just about rules. It was personal. James decided to fight back. He gathered all his documents, restoration receipts, and photos of the Mustang through the years, and he showed up at the next HOA board meeting. The room was packed. Karen sat confidently at the head of the table, expecting an easy win, but James had a secret weapon. Before the meeting, he contacted a local classic car appraiser who came with him. When it was James's turn to speak, he stood tall and addressed the board. "This car is not junk. It's a fully restored 1967 Mustang Fastback. Here's proof of its historical value, and here's an official appraisal from a certified expert." The appraiser stood and announced, "This vehicle is worth $185,000 in today's market." The entire room gasped. Karen's face went pale. The HOA board members were stunned. Not only was James within his rights to keep the car, but the Mustang had become one of the most valuable assets in the neighborhood. Karen, however, refused to back down. "I don't care how much it's worth. It's ugly, and it needs to go." But before she could continue, one board member interrupted. "Karen, you've overstepped your authority. This is harassment." The board voted unanimously in James's favor and stripped Karen of her HOA presidency on the spot. After the meeting, several neighbors came over to congratulate James, admiring the Mustang, and even asking to take photos with it. Karen, on the other hand, avoided everyone, her reputation completely destroyed. James stood next to his Mustang, smiling proudly. For him, it wasn't about winning against Karen. It was about honoring his son's memory. And now, the entire neighborhood finally understood that. And that, folks, is how a Black Navy veteran stood his ground, exposed HOA Karen's ignorance, and turned his beloved car into a symbol of pride for the entire community. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who loves sweet justice. Because sometimes, karma has a Mustang engine.